Johnny, what role would you have played? Let's say you got somebody throwing a perfect game, and you being the catcher, you go out to the mound. Could you have done anything to keep your pitcher? Could you have done anything to keep Clayton Kershaw in the game?
Well, I think, first of all, Dan, it's early in the season. I think we look back at Johan Santana, and that basically ended his career. So, I mean, what's all the big deal about the fact that he got a perfect game? We're in the second week of baseball, and the fact that this guy has to pitch into September, October, I think is more important than all of this. And the arm trouble he's had, the back trouble he's had, you know he's going to extend the effort in the 8th and 9th inning. If he gets through the 8th, he's going to go out and try to throw harder and smarter in the 9th inning. He's going to try to snap off the curveball, hard slider, everything else. All he needs is one tweak. There goes the down. He's out for a month. I think it's just way too smart for them to not take him out. I think it was just the right choice. And by the way, hi, Dan.
Hi, buddy. I thought you would go old school on me. You know, that you got to be tough guy and, make history. You got a chance for a perfect game.
You the king of analytics and saying how many pitches we've thrown?
No.
And how many numbers of rotation that it was? We have now the rotation period of it. And how many time the spinning was going on? 9 for a good curveball, 11 for a really good curveball, and a great curveball would be 13 rotations. So if we got the rotation level down, and we know that now is down at 11.25 and down from 11.5, which is a very important statistic, I think, in our lives. Where's my bobblehead? I keep looking. Fritzy's got it probably on his desk.
I think Fritzy's got it back there.
Yeah,
we got your bobblehead. You never caught a perfect game. You caught no-hitter?
Oh, sure. Bring that up again. I mean, here we go with that. I didn't call a perfect game. I did caught a no-hitter. I caught a no-hitter. Jim Maloney, as good a right-hander as ever pitched in the game. Nobody will ever bring that up, but he was.
Was that against Houston?
It was, and then they turned around and Don Wilson won the next night.
Yeah.
Very good.
You
might have been at the game.
I was at the Ken Holtzman game.
Oh, thanks. How about Rick Wise?
I was at that game. He had 2 home runs, and he threw a no-hitter against the Reds.
And they didn't want to take him out because of his bat. They wanted to keep him in for his bat.
But, we get caught up in the pitch count now. But Kershaw is a pitcher. There are a lot of throwers. And throwers, I understand pitch count. With a pitcher, it's a little bit different. And I agree with you. It's in Minnesota. It's his first start since last October. And although I wonder, if they had been in Los Angeles, Johnny, 40,000, 45,000, sunny weather, 75 degrees, think Dave Roberts reconsiders leaving him in?
He might. But I think he's too valuable to that organization right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost Scherzer to the Mets. They did a couple of things. They've had to, with their Buehler's down and everything else. We know Urias and all the people and everything else. They got a great pitching staff. But you're not going to, you can't win it in the first 2 weeks of the season. And the fact that you need Clayton back there, I know it was probably a disappointing thing for him. He is the competitor that we know that he probably wanted to stay. And he probably, he said, hey, I want to stay in. And it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, I just can't take an arm and a money that they're paying him, and they're going to take him out at the first twinge anyway. But I just, but when Johan Santana's name came up and Bobby's sitting here telling me, hey, Johan Santana's career was ended because he tried to pitch the perfect game.
But you look back, and what was it about those pitchers that you grew up facing that they pitched, they completed games? They didn't have arm troubles like these guys do now. Why is that?
We know more. We've got MRIs that tell you, and we've got trainers. We've got 14 trainers with 13 coaches. We've got everybody that'll tell you that we may have a little strand missing here in the muscle thing, and the fiber may have gone down and everything else. Jim Maloney threw a no-hitter in Chicago, 10-inning no-hitter. He threw 187 pitches. Well, he walked 10, hit 1, but that's beside the point. But 187 pitches, Nolan Ryan, everything else. It's now the mentality. We've got there's somebody with some kind of electronic thing that will tell you that if he throws more than this, he is going to be, more prone to injuries. More prone. It's like if you talked on the radio for 8 hours, would you have your vocal cords, and where they do it? And then would Fritzy take you out of the chair? I mean, give him a break.
I could have a word count. I'd be on a word count, Johnny.
Yeah, but you don't even go soft or safe or strong, whatever that was. I don't know what that soft thing was, but they were softball questions to begin with. But